Hey, it's Sasha Evdokov, and thanks for joining me. In this video, I want to answer the question of how many stocks should I follow and how many stocks should I be watching. I have a lot of people that email me, a lot of traders, investors that email me asking me and wondering how many stocks should I be following actively? How many stocks should I be trading? Now, following and trading are two different things. So the first part of this question, I'm going to talk about following stocks, but then also we'll get into trading the stocks. The thing is me personally, I don't like to follow too many stocks. I don't like to trade too many stocks. And the reason for that is because I can't be as clear-minded and as focused if I'm following or trading just a handful of stocks. What some people want to do is they'll follow 100, 200 stocks and they'll try to pick out the winners, and they say, oh, this stock's going up, so I'll buy it to the long side. They'll say that stock is going down, so I'll short that stock. That stock is a high dollar value stock, so I can put an iron condor on that stock. And you're putting on a lot of trades in a lot of different ways. And typically, this is not the best route or the best approach to trade. You have so many things going on. It's so chaotic. It's like trying to play 40 games of Scrabble at the same time or 40 games of chess at the same time. It just doesn't work very well, and it's not very efficient, and it's not, you're not going to be as clear-minded or as focused. Instead, pick out the top 10 stocks, I would say at the most, top 10 stocks, and follow those stocks closely. Now, over time, you'll develop your list of, let's say, 10. If you want a little more, that's fine. But don't go over 20, 30 stocks, because as you start going with more and more stocks that you're following, you just can't be as clear-minded or as focused on making the right trade decisions. So as you're following these companies, let's say your basket of 20, 30 stocks, and you'll know them because you'll be constantly watching them, so they'll be on your list. So as you pick out your 10 or 20 best picks, those are typically the ones that you'll trade for the next 2 to 3 years, or maybe 5 years, because those are the ones that you know. Now, over time, you shouldn't be trading more than 5 stocks. If you have, what some people like to do is they have maybe $100,000 in their account and they're trying to trade 5 or 10 stocks. If you have $1 million in your account, you should be trading at most 5 or 6, 7 stocks. You shouldn't be trading more than 5 or 6 stocks if you have $1 million in your account, because you just can't be as clear-minded, as focused. But what a lot of people like to do is they like to trade a lot of different stocks. And I got a position on this one, I got a position on that one, and this and that. And they try to be diversified and all this thing. And diversification is great in terms of investments, and I believe it is. But if you're trying to trade so many different things, that's not the right approach. Instead, be diversified in your income. Invest some in real estate, invest some in stocks, invest some in rare stamps or coins. In terms of your stock as well, you may have, let's say, if you have $1 million in your account, you may have $500,000 in cash. You may have $100,000 or $200,000 in one stock, $200,000 in another stock, and $200,000 in another stock. So that's 3 stocks right there, and that's $500,000. Why do you need to trade 40, 50 stocks? You don't need that. So if you have $1 million in your account, 5 stocks max. If you have less than $100,000, 1 or 2 stocks max. That's all you need. And the whole point or purpose is really because your mental clarity. Your mental clarity just cannot be or cannot perform that well as you start integrating 5, 7, 10 stocks all at one time. It just doesn't work. And even for me, I just can't do it. I can't focus, and I'm not in my game if I'm focusing on 7 or 10 stocks or trying to trade 10 or 11 stocks. There's no way. It just doesn't work. So focus on your mental clarity. Focus on your game. How can you perform at your best level? And usually this is by focusing in and honing in your focus on just a handful of stocks. And typically those stocks you'll trade over and over and over again over the next few years because you're familiar with them, you're comfortable with them. Okay, so that's how many stocks you should be watching. less than 10, maybe 20 at most if you have a larger portfolio. And then if you're trading 5 stocks max, if you have $1 million portfolio. If you have a little bit larger portfolio, maybe you want to trade a little bit more. But again, it's all going to depend relative to where you are in your trading experience, as well as your skill set and your portfolio. Definitely don't want to jump headfirst investing a couple $100,000 into a couple of stocks when you're brand new. Be patient, let your skills build, and then slowly dig deeper into the business and into the industry. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see the stocks that I'm watching today in the current market conditions, then go ahead, click this link, and when you get to that link, enter your name and email address right there, and I'll send you my rapid recaps when they come out every single week. And if you want to take your trading to that next level and see some of the trading courses that I have available, then take a look at my website at TRADERSFLY.com, where you can also find some really great free training on trading. Thanks for watching, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.